Joining me live now, Captain Kabir Malik, who is a charter airline pilot himself with 18 years experience in airline services. He's also an aviation expert. And Captain Amit Singh is founder of Safety Matters Foundation and is an air safety expert himself. Thank you very much to the both of you for joining me tonight. It's a sad day, always a sad day when an air accident takes place. Captain Malik, to you first. Based on what we have seen so far and what we are reporting to be confirmed so far, what would you say may have happened? We know there was low visibility. We know there was one landing attempt. We know it was a tabletop runway. We know from this video that we've just obtained that the aircraft was on its side as it impacted the ground. What is your best guess as to what may have happened?
See, I would like to know about this runway. First of all, this runway is uncontrolled zone. It is inactive runway. It is not equipped with the ILS instrument. It is not ILS landing runway actually. And whenever any VIP or protocol, in the protocol, any flight has to be takeoff or landing, it must be sure that runway should be equipped with all the emergency and the ILS also. But this runway, it was not equipped, it is uncontrolled runway. And what I saw in this, in the morning, when visuals I saw, that time I saw the fog and the weather was very dense that time also. So I am really surprised who gave the permission to take off from Mumbai and land to Baramati this time. Because an uncontrolled zone, there is a aviation law. If there is no visibility and some problem in the weather, then the permission of landing and takeoff is not permitted by the authorities. But it did happen with whom permission it was required and gave by the permission gave by whom. It is the question one to investigate. Secondly, when the pilot know very well that he is not able to the landing in the first attempt and this runway is not ILS runway, instrument landing system is not there. He have to be aboard the landing and he go around and he have to be go back to the Mumbai runway. Because it was it is very clear in the aviation law that if some VIP and protocol is there, then the first attempt it is failed. Then they have to be go around and they have to report to the base. If they got the permission something else or nearby runway, then they will try there somewhere of the landing attempt.
Okay, Captain Amit Singh, what would you say may have happened?
Well, there are a number of reasons, like he's highlighted. There is no instrument approach on the runway, but these are modern aircrafts, highly sophisticated aircrafts. They don't need a ground-based equipment, but at least the procedure has to be drawn up. So in India, the problem is the procedures for these performance-based navigation, which is without the aid of ground aids. That is just a paper exercise, paper and a simulator. Even that is not done for most of the airports, and especially when you are carrying VVIPs. We have something called a VASI or a PAPI, which guides the aircraft visually. These are lights on the ground, basically, which tells the pilots whether he is high or low on the approach. So even that is not installed. That is a basic minimum that needs to be installed. So this aircraft, if you see the runway, the markings are faded. You have faded markings. Yeah. So if a pilot is approaching from the east, from the west to the east, you have the rising sun. The rising sun is in the pilot's eyes. It's scattering the light. And there's something called on the tabletop runways, especially the depth perception goes away. We have seen in the Calicut accident and other tabletop runway accidents that the pilots tend to duck under. That is a visual illusion which is caused, that you are high, because there is no reference on the sides. Yeah. So that is one of the reasons that the aircraft could have gone below. But as seen from the visuals, it is a controlled descent. Yeah. It is not the aircraft has dived out.
But Captain Singh, the aircraft in this final video, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to see it, but the video that we've just obtained shows the aircraft completely on its side. It has turned completely onto its side before, crashing into the ground. So I'm wondering whether that shows control or lack of control or loss of control or an attempt to avoid something. Captain Malik, what would you say about that? The aircraft is on its side.
I would like to know about the situation of the runway. You saw the visual. There was two roads were there. Okay, one on the left side of the runway and the right side on right side it is a runway. So I think there might be some confusion in the cockpit that he was not able to identify the runway position exactly. That wise he tried next attempt to land. When he come to when it's come to in his knowledge that he is not proper in the lining of the runway, then he lost the control, and might be it happened because of weather also the factor of this in this incident also. And I know some of basic reasons in uncontrolled on runway when the visual are not clear of 5 nautical mile from the air or on the ground towards of aircraft. Then there is no possibility to land the aircraft or take off from that particular runway. And they ignored this thing, and because of this ignorancy, they bear this loss. And I think there is some misunderstanding between the ground staff and the cockpit crew also.
Okay, I want to, I just want, there's a bit of a problem with the video with Captain Amit Singh, and I'm going to try and fix that because we can barely see you, sir. We'll try and fix that. I think you're in a place with a bad signal, but Captain Malik mentioned something about the runway. So I want to put on our screens once again here the picture of the runways. You've seen the video of the aircraft actually going down. Let's look at the runway once again. It's one single runway. There are no two runways. It's one single runway on which the aircraft tried to land. It's a pretty short runway because passenger jets don't land here. General aviation, VIP aircraft, etc. land here. Training aircraft land here. And it's a tabletop surface. So I am just wondering, what may have happened? Where did the error actually occur? And as the aircraft went down, it was completely on its side. Now we have video proof to show that the aircraft was on its side. Captain Amit Singh, what does that show? The aircraft being on its side, what does that suggest to you? Because when you're coming into land, the aircraft will never be on its side.
If you see the tail of the aircraft, the rudder is fully deflected to the left, which could give an indication because the flight controls stay in the last position at which the accident happens. So a full left deflection means the pilot has given a left rudder and wants the nose to turn left. So it could be possibly an engine failure for which they are compensating left rudder. So if one engine fails, the aircraft will move, the nose will move towards the opposite side. So to compensate that, you have to give a rudder. So it could be a technical issue combined with the visibility problems and all these. So an accident never happens because of one issue. There are contributing factors. So it is highly likely that there could be a possible technical issue which is combined with the visual illusions and the visibility.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get our producers. I'm gonna try and get my colleagues to freeze a picture of that aircraft on its side and then zoom it on the screen as much as possible. I'm gonna try and give them a chance to do that and put the biggest possible zoom of the aircraft that's on its side at particularly that point on the screen, because I want our experts and I want our viewers to see the orientation and the position, the posture of the aircraft during those final moments, because I believe that could actually hold the key as to what happened. Captain Amit Singh says that the rudder has been deflected completely to the to one direction, which means the pilots were trying to compensate for some kind of stresses or forces that may have been acting on the aircraft. Was this possibly because of some kind of lack of control? Was this because of trying to avoid something? Was it trying to align the aircraft better to actually land? We don't know, but this is simply too low for the aircraft to be on its side. Captain Malik, again I ask you, why would the aircraft be on its side. Okay, we can't see anything in this freeze. Let's get the aircraft a little bit more and zoom a little bit more so our viewers can see it just a little bit more clearly. Captain Malik, why would the aircraft be on its side?
See, as per the Captain Amit said, I agree with his statement. But as per my experience, what I just guess through this, there must be some, some mistake inside the cockpit had happened by the pilot at the time of the landing, because I think he lost the control. I don't think so. There is some problem with the machinery, because if it was happened there something, definitely he would throw the mayday call to the ATC, but it was not there. When he about the touchdown, he just declared that time the mayday, because he assumed that he is going to be in a big trouble. That's why he just flashed the mayday call. So might be a few of more factors in this, but we could not be assumed right now. I cannot say until unless we will not get the report from the black box. We have to be wait for this. We only can assume right now, and we can place our experience, our statement through this only. So exactly we cannot be say what was happened exactly inside the cockpit, but something went wrong definitely. But there is something serious. It was, and
Yeah.
might, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it was the big factor of weather also.